YouTube, what is up? We are back with another day. Yesterday was supposed to be just an upper body day today, and I bought an Ikea bed frame. I broke my bed frame, not doing anything inappropriate. I just sat on it and was being a fat ass, and it broke my bed, shattered it in half. So my bed was on the ground for 2 days, and I had to go get a new bed frame. Got it from Ikea. The process of picking things up at Ikea is ridiculous. I mean, I get their kind of strategy. They make you walk through everything to go get your stuff so that you're looking at everything and you pick up. It's like Target putting easy things to buy towards the end. It's a great marketing strategy, but it's like the whole setup there it's a maze. What are we doing? Then setting it up, it took me 8 hours yesterday to build this fucking bed frame. I would never do that again. I will absolutely hire somebody to build me any Ikea furniture from this moment forward. Total shit show. So didn't get a lift in yesterday. Got some mini golf in yesterday. That was good. Got some good strokes in. We're working on our game here at the Puttery. Cool spot in Minneapolis. If you haven't been there, a little bar and mini golf place. It was a really fun experience. Like kind of groovy. Like they got a lot of really cool rooms there. They got like 3 mini golf courses. It's not really high level mini golf at all, but the environment was really sweet. And we won a league championship on Wednesday. We won our league championship on Tuesday. We won our Thursday league championship last week, and we won our Monday league championship last week. So we are 4 for 4 in our league championships. Friday, today, is our last day of league championships for the summer. And I will be playing today, but the actual league championship, it's a weird league. So they do like a Friday league championship and then a tournament on Saturday, the day after, just to get more games in. And it's a really cool experience usually. But we got our state softball tournament tomorrow. Pretty pumped about that. So I will not be able to be at that Friday tournament. So our record, we're number 1 in the league for that Friday tournament. It probably would have been the easiest league to win, if I'm gonna be honest. So probably, I'm just gonna give ourselves 5 for 5 league championships. Might be unheard of, might be a new record. So pretty pumped about that. Today, we are gonna hit some cleans. We're gonna do jumps. Then we're gonna hit some shoulder press and, why am I blanking on it? Some pull-ups or some lat pull downs, something like that, some vertical pull variation, and then figure out some accessories. Probably keep it simple, stupid. We're gonna stick with that phase for this week and kind of get after it from there. Topics we're gonna cover today was Ikea furniture and my hatred for it, why I don't vape, and what was the other one? It was something that actually important. Oh, training when you're on a time crunch. So we're gonna talk about those 3 things. We're gonna clean heavy. Let's maybe get 315 today. Back was feeling stiff today. We had our BP session this morning. BP was on fire. We were crushing the ball. Feeling dialed in for state, really am. But back was feeling stiff today. And I think, honestly, it's weird. I think it might be because my new bed frame is like, I don't know. It was like elevated and my bed felt like harder yesterday. I don't know, but back was getting used to that. Maybe it was from the deadlifts on Wednesday, but the deadlifts felt good on Thursday. Like my back felt great yesterday. But I feel pretty stiff in that sense. But psychologically, we're feeling fired up. I'm fucking ranting already. Let's get after some weights. Let's do it. All right, last set of this warm-up series that we got from KDOT. So we're gonna do 3 jumps with this. We've done 5 rounds. 3 jumps with this, and then 3 to 5-ish front squats just to warm up the legs. Back is a little torched at the bottom of these front squats, but as we're warming up, it's feeling better. Psychologically, we're gassed up, we're feeling juicy, but that spine feels a little, just a little fatigued from those deadlifts and a lot of swings. We got a workhorse SoundCloud banger on right now. So hopefully we set a PR to it. Let's get it. All right, so we'll do this for 3s and we'll probably keep everything else at a single, just keep volume low, back's a little fried. We got state tomorrow, don't wanna fuck myself up for that. In between, we got 1 more set of jumps. We got drop hurdle jumps and lateral hurdle plyos, just copying Will Bertel, what he did on his last post. They're pretty badass, they're sweet. I'll post those next, but let's get after this, let's go. So we're gonna hit these lateral plyos. So we're gonna go single foot here. Actually, I'm going the other way. Single foot here, outside foot towards the way that you're going, bouncing off. Feel these like money. I just stole these from Will Bertel. I haven't done these in a while, but that adductor and hip get rolling on these. These feel like money. I really like exposing that ankle to that position where you're taking off on that jump, on that plyometric. I think a lot of times we think about strength and we only do weight room stuff, right? Like a lot of times the athletes are getting hurt in these high velocity, very quick and powerful, like explosive type movements. And we never really train or prepare them for that. Not saying people don't do plyos, but like when we're thinking about like hip strengthening or injury prevention for the hip, we do a ton of slow strengthening for the hip, right? A ton of slow strengthening for the ankles, right? Rather than focusing on a little bit of that velocity side of things. And I think this can be a money injury prevention type exercise, a strengthening type exercise for the hips and ankle, especially if the athletes aren't exposed to it. So we're gonna do 4 of them, then we'll come back, hit the other way. All right, then we got these depth drop hurdle hops. Keep it simple, go as high as possible. Let's rip. Ooh. Oh, God damn it. Almost ended my camera's life. Motherfucker. Oh, let's go. All right, back to Olympic lifts, let's get after it. All right, couple singles here, let's rip. First question I was asked in the Q&As that I wanted to answer today is why I don't vape if I use nicotine, right? Every one of these videos I usually put like a pouch in or have nicotine gum, one or the other, sit at like 2 milligrams a piece typically. Before softball games I use 2 milligrams, 3 milligrams. Really love the visuals it gives me, the focus it gives me. I like that it doesn't give me the jitters that caffeine gives me, and it goes away much quicker, so I feel like I can get back into the zone or like recover much faster after nicotine, whereas caffeine, I feel like I'm pretty jittery, pretty on it. And I still use caffeine. It's not like I've cut caffeine out, but it's like, especially if I have a later game, I'll do a pouch or a piece of gum instead of a bunch of caffeine, which I would have done before, and I feel like I get almost better focus, and maybe it's because nicotine's a newer drug for me rather than the caffeine, which I'm pretty used to right now. Obviously throughout my whole life, I think I started snorting Jack 3D when I was in like, when I was 13, I was handed it by like a senior, and I was like, oh my God, I'm smelling colors, it's amazing. But I was asked if I like that, why don't I vape? I already hate myself enough. I don't need to vape, man. Like, just something about it gives me the ick. I look at people that vape and it's like, and I try not to judge, but I'm like, I can't do that to myself. I will disappoint my forefathers more than I already have. So we're gonna stay away from vaping because I already hate myself enough, and that's the only reason why. Nicotine's good, vaping makes me want to die. Let's get it. Oh, I might have just fucked my mic. That was so stupid. I don't know why I kept that on. God damn it. All right, we're taking off the mic. We took out the necklace. I need to like live stream these workouts so you guys can just remind me to do this before. I really hope this mic still works. It looks like it's reading the volume. If it not, I'm gonna cry because that was like a $500 mistake there for a subpar clean. Next set, let's get it. Next couple sets, we're gonna get after it. We're gonna rip some smelling salts. We're gonna play some heavy EDM. Let's see if we don't suck. Let's go. All right, that last set was already a full fucking send, so we're gonna have to get after this one. Confidence level right now, 6. See if we can get that to a 10. Let's go. Woo! All right, give it our all today. We're gonna hit some shoulder presses. Let's go. All right, so that's pretty good. 5 pounds off of my new era PR with the cleans. Pull feels like shit. I don't feel super confident in that pull. I actually got underneath that last one, which I was proud of. Just leg drive, pull, everything kind of felt like butt cheeks. But for how the back and body was feeling going into that, plus a little mini golf outing with extracurricular activities yesterday, feeling pretty good about that. Was looking for a 315. I got to get that 315 here soon. But when we're cooking, one of these days, it's going to hit. Body's feeling good, though. Swing's feeling good. We're going to hit 6 rep max on the shoulder press, 3 rep max on the pull-ups, pair these two back and forth, and go till we can't pretty much. So let's get it. All right, next set here, added tens on both sides. We'll do one more set of pull-ups because we're closing in on our max there. Probably this set and another set for the shoulder press. Talking shit to the weight, so we'll see how that turns out. But one more set of pull-ups for sure. Add another kettlebell there. Hopefully 2 more sets here. Hit some accessories. Go hit some softballs. Let's go. Last set on these pull-ups, we got 3 kettlebells in here of unknown, I mean not unknown, but kind of like random weights here. I kind of just added a kettlebell every set and feeling good. The lats feel fucking sore from those deadlifts, which I like. I like the feel of that, but I got to work on my pulling strength. My deadlifts are ass right now. I mean, kind of always been ass, but you know what I mean. Let's get this. Wait. Let's go. One more set of shoulder press, then some accessories, then we get out ski. The other question that I got in the Q&A that I wanted to answer today was how to work out on a time crunch, and that's something that I've been pretty much trying to perfect because softball's taken up like 6 hours of my day. But philosophically wise, the first thing I want to touch on is it actually a time crunch or is it a want to go work out and you feel like you have to work out, right? So I think there's a, like, thinking about how much time you spend on your body, how much time you spend on yourself, and all the other things that you got going on in life. Many times people don't realize that investing in yourself, investing in your body is going to pay dividends in your work, going to pay dividends for your family, going to pay dividends in your job, going to pay dividends in your business, right? You feel better, you look better, you feel your brain's working a little bit better, your body's feeling a little bit better, you wake up with more energy, right? So I think first and foremost, a lot of the people that I work with online, it's not really a time crunch issue. It's one, they don't like working out and the workouts they do aren't fun. And then 2, they stress themselves about all the other things that they have to do. And I'm the same way. I do the same thing without realizing that if they invest on the front end in their body, mind, spirit, all these things, it takes care of a lot of the other stuff too. So I think that's the big philosophical change I had to make sure I was getting in the weight room every single day. I had so much pressure on myself where I'm like, I have all this business stuff I should do. I should be spending more time here. I should be spending more time with softball. I should be spending more time with this end of the business. I need to drop this ebook. I need to work on this part of the business, all of these things, right? And I had a lot of anxiety, like spend 2 hours a day in the weight room, right? And one of the ways I kind of pieced that together to make it work in my meathead brain is make these YouTube videos. So I'm showing up every day and it's a part of the business. Mostly just a psychological trick for myself. But at the end of the day, if you realize, oh, if I take care of these things on the front end, then the back end stuff takes care of itself, right? So what used to take forever to get done business-wise is now taking me much quicker because I feel better and I have better ideas and I'm a better version of myself. And that's really important, especially if you're in the entrepreneurship route, right? People pay for you. If you're a better version of yourself, they pay more for yourself. Second part there is if your workouts suck, you're not going to want to work out. You want to feel like it's a time crunch because everything sucks, right? So make your workouts fun, make your workouts something that don't suck. Actual time-wise, if it's not a philosophical issue and it's just something like, I actually don't have that much time that day, there are a ton of ways that you can get a ton of workout, like a lot of work done in a very short period of time. One of the ways that I do it, Olympic lifts or big lifts. You don't have to do an Olympic lifts. You could do a squat, a deadlift, or a shoulder press, or a bench. Focus on the big things, right? So the first 10 to 15 minutes of your workout are big lifts. It takes care of a lot of the things. When you're doing Olympic lifts, you're getting some squatting in, you're getting some pulling done, you get a lot of trap work, you get a lot of like upper back work. Then you can go upper Olympic lift and do some upper body, so you can touch on that a little bit. So let's say you do an Olympic lift, into a shoulder press, into some pull-ups, and then you hit some accessories, then you're done. You can get in and out very quickly. Second thing, obviously, superset stuff, right? Superset your shoulder press with your pulse, right? It's not for some post-potentiation, activation like thing. It's just a time crunch, right? Pair your jumps with your main lifts, right? Pair anything that you can together, right? You might lose a little bit of performance there. You might lose a little bit of like interest or just fatigue, whatever it is. But if you're a time crunch, it's better to get some work done rather than none work done. Movement-wise, or some of the smaller stuff, the move your joint stuff, the gymnastic type movements, the isometrics, things that you can get done at work, do at home, right? And actually do them, right? That's another thing. It's like a lot of times I make my athletes do them here because I know they won't do them at home if I make them do them at home, right? So give yourself some homework. One of the things that I'll do is hit all of my main stuff in a main session in like a 40 to 50 minute session that I record, and then I'll hit a lot of my isometrics, a lot of my stretching stuff, a lot of my move my joint stuff, either in the sauna or when I'm right before a podcast or at the end of a walk, and microdose the mini stuff, right? So then you don't have to put it all into 1 2-hour session. And people find a lot of time throughout their days doing that. And honestly, I feel better when I microdose throughout the day, right? Microdose workouts and then also microdose, right? So I think taking care of the small stuff in a space where you don't need the gym, even if it is with your kids, you hit an isometric and you're with your kids, right? Or while you're cooking, a single leg stand while you're cooking, some spinal flows in the morning, right? When you're waking up, on your walks, in the sauna, just hitting some joint moves, hit some finger crunches, hit some toe crunches, just hit some of those smaller things in the smaller parts of your day when you're more free. Hit some of the stretches, you'll feel way better, you move way better, you'll feel like you get a lot done, and then hit your main stuff in like a 40 to 50 minute session where you're hitting a main lift, let's say an Olympic lift or a squat, a main upper body movement, and then superset as much stuff as you can in that session. Then get out and don't stress yourself out about, oh my God, I didn't get all this small stuff done, right? If you take care of the big rocks, sprinkle in the small stuff, you'll be perfectly fine. Make sure the philosophical piece is in there too, where you're investing in yourself. Make sure your workouts are fun, and you'll get a ton of stuff done. There's so many people that can get jacked in 40 to 50 minute workouts a day, right? And then general activity throughout the day. So let's hit our last set here, and let's go. So the last two things we got here, we'll finish up with 2 accessories. We'll hit these T-pose chest flies, same thing as the cheap T-pose bench press that we did last week that we got from Range of Strength. Turned into a chest fly, feels like money. We're keeping the hands in rather than going typical chest fly. I found a targets that are like really top of the chest, and I have a very baby top of my chest, so feels like money. I really like these. Deep stretch at the bottom. It's not great at the top, like you kind of lose a lot of tension there, and you lose it at the top, but the bottom stretch feels like money. Could honestly be a great isometric stretch at the bottom where you're holding it at the bottom for like 1 to 2 minutes, ripping there. And then we're gonna hit overhead squat jumps that we hit last week. We're gonna add 5 pounds this week. 2 sets of 15 there, 2 sets of 8 here, then we're out ski. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, to finish up, we're hitting these K-dot squat jumps here. Overhead, just building up that snatch position. Just want to keep touching on it so I don't suck at it, and we can get that 225, that elusive 225 snatch. Here we go. Let's go. All right. I gotta go make this post, so the goodbye's gonna be quick. I appreciate you guys watching. We're gonna go win another Lead Line championship. I mean, we're gonna take first and then forfeit in the tournament, but we're gonna go win tonight. Get after it. Appreciate you guys watching. Keep chopping wood. Let's go.